So this month, November, not much that I can show you. But that's because I made a lot of gift knits, and so obviously, wait, I don't know. I made a lot of gift crochet. Is that a thing that we say? I don't know. But I obviously can't show those. So there's only a few things that I made for myself this month, but I'll go through them anyway. And we're gonna start off number one. I actually didn't make for myself, so I already lied. I'm so sorry. I made my boyfriend mittens, and they look so darn cute. It was totally just a spur of the moment thing. I used yarn that I had originally had him buy so that I could make him black wool socks. But then I tried making wool socks and it was really hard. I was trying to follow a pattern. That was my first mistake. No, I'm just kidding, but it was really hard and I couldn't do it. And also because it was black, you know, it's really hard to see what I was doing, and so I never made the socks. But then I thought, well, I could use this yarn and make him mittens. And so I did that. Now you might be able to tell from the picture if you look closely that I actually didn't finish the mittens because I only had one ball of yarn and it ran out halfway through the second thumb. So I was almost done. And you know, I said, well, I could just leave it like that, like it's kind of on purpose. Because it's like, you know, so you can still unlock your phone. But I don't think he was really into that idea, so I am gonna finish them. And I think I will make him a pair of socks still. I've arranged a little trade where he'll give me a ring if I make him a pair of socks. So that's perfect for me. And it is a fair trade, even though it doesn't sound like one. The cost of materials is about the same. Next up, I made a set of winter accessories, and I think I'm done, but I might still make a pair of mittens. But so far I've made these leg warmers. I think they're super cute. It's all just backstitch double crochet, or sorry, half double crochet. They look super cute. I saw a TikTok about this actually. I have to give them the creds. But I think it looks so professional like that. And I just used this Novita blue yarn. It's like 70% wool, 30%, I don't remember. But I'm really happy with them. And then I used the leftover I had after I made the other things to make this scarf, which is like way too skinny and short. But it's, I think if I'm wearing a jacket, it can still work. Like if I tuck, you know, it's kind of like an ascot. Kind of works. Well, I mean, like, it keeps me warm and that's all that matters. I can also, this is the length that I designed it for so that I can do this. And that's optimal warmth right there. Alright, and then the other thing that I made for this set is a little headband, which I love. I haven't tucked in the ends yet, but it's super, super warm and cozy. And I made, well, I don't want to say anything, but I made a few more headbands for gifts for various people, just because they're really easy and I do think they're super cute and cozy and useful. Next thing I made was inspired by Liz Von Villas. She's a YouTuber, and she made this bolero, red bolero, Christmassy, and she sewed little crochet snowflake appliques onto it, and I thought that's a great idea. I'm not going to make the same thing as her. I have a sort of vision of making a like ice blue dress and then sewing some like lacy crochet snowflake appliques on it, and that would be a beautiful Christmas dress. I'm not going to do that this year though. This is a future project, hypothetical project. If I don't do that, I'm sure I can find some use for just these little adorable crochet appliques. Trickiest part of these though was that they're snowflakes, so I wanted them all to look different because that's the whole point of snowflakes. So it was tricky finding different designs and coming up with different things, but I made these little ones that are the same. Oh, actually this sweater is perfect for this because I'm planning on it having a V neckline and then having these 3 like this. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I made these 3 the same size and then just slightly different variations of pretty much the same design. But they're different enough that I think, you know, you can tell that they're snowflakes, that they're different, unique little snowflakes. And then the final thing that I made was, and this was the only big project I got done this month. I had another big project in mind, and I started it, and I got as far as I could, but I realized I didn't order enough yarn, and so I had to order more yarn, and the yarn that I'm ordering is coming from overseas. For what reason, I don't know. It's just, I just chose it, and it had free shipping, so I didn't mind that it was coming from far away, but it takes like 3 weeks to get here. So it's not here yet. It might arrive today, it might arrive a week and a half from now, I don't know. But I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping it'll arrive before I leave for Christmas. Anyway, so because I couldn't do that, I was like kind of bummed. And I thought about, well, I don't have a lot of yarn. I don't have a big yarn stash. I mean, I'm a student anyway, but I was like, okay, what can we do? What can we finesse here? And that's why I started making these snowflakes, honestly, because I had this yarn and I was like, well, might as well. But then I was like, okay, what else yarn do I have? And if you'll remember, last month I made a pink sweater, and I had ordered 10 skeins for that. Each skein is 100 grams, and I had used 6.5. So I had 3.5 skeins left. And I thought that would be enough to make a tank top, and it was. This tank top actually only took me about 2 skeins, a bit over, which was totally fine, and I still have leftover, so I might still do something with that until my yarn arrives, because I don't know what else to do, and I can't stand having nothing to do. So I'm thinking of some things I might do with that, but you'll see that next month. What I did make was this tank top. I made some little details here just to add a little interest at the neckline. It's using a very similar pattern to what I did for my sweater. I mean, this was so easy to make without a pattern. Actually, I've made a shirt with almost this exact silhouette before. It wasn't a racerback, but it just was like a halter neck. It was actually supposed to be like a turtleneck kind of halter neck thing. But I ripped it the first time I wore it, and I have not had a chance to repair it yet, but maybe I'll include a picture of that here. The original version of this top. That was sewn though, and this one is obviously crocheted. It's super easy. I only used 2 stitches here, obviously. Half double crochet on the top and then double crochet on the bottom. Front post, back post, double crochet on the bottom. If that's what it's called. I don't really know what it's called, but anyway. And then I was really proud of this back because this Y strap was the hardest part for sure of this top, was trying to figure out how am I going to make this, because I'm also very lazy and I hate weaving in the end. So I was trying to figure out, I know that there's a way that I can make this without having to like stop and restart. Like I was sure that I could do this in one go, and I could. But it just took a little bit of thinking. It took me a few days of meditating on it before I got it, and then once I got it I had to do it right away so I didn't forget. But it has this cute little design in it as well that matches the neckline here, and I love that it's such a long racerback. I think that's really flattering. It goes along my spine, you know, and it kind of reminds me of like what a Viking warrior would wear in some modern TV show that's not at all historically accurate, but I love it. Yeah, I just think it's super cute, and I actually was not expecting to like it at all. Again, I was just like, well, I have that leftover yarn, I gotta do something with it, and then I made it and I was like, hold on, because why is this actually so flattering? This is actually so flattering, and it totally is. I would recommend it to anybody, because I was really nervous about it, and even when I was making it, I was like, stupid ugly top, like whatever, but I just needed something to do, you know, stick it out, trust the process, even though the process was only coming from my own mind, so it totally could have gone badly. And I had no reference picture, obviously, of what it was really going to turn out like, but yeah, I just love it. So those are my creations for this month that I can show you. The things that I made for gifts, though, are very exciting to me as well, because I tried a lot of new things that I would never probably make otherwise. Partially because maybe they're not entirely my style, but they're still really cute and fun. Or just objects because, like, I don't know, why would I ever need to make that until all of a sudden I got an idea. I was like, oh, this person would need this or like this. So yeah, I'm excited to show you guys those too. But in the meantime, thanks for watching and have a great December.